Okay, hey guys, this is Edward here, and I am looking at the day of December the 2nd, and today I'll just be day trading a little bit and kind of explaining my process as I go along to help me and help you guys understand the stock market more and what I'm looking for whenever I'm taking a position while day trading. And so I hope that this will be a cool experience for everyone watching and for me because that way I can look back at my mistakes, and hopefully one of y'all can help me out as well, so we can all become better traders. So, anyways, right now I'm looking at the natural gas future with the ETFs UGAS and DGAS. Sometimes we look at CL2 because for UWT and DWT, but lately the profit margins on these ETFs are not as high as I would like them to be. That one's actually not too bad, but usually it doesn't go up to 1%. So I try to focus on NG. Um, Usually I like to trade DGAS, and DGAS is usually the one, the bearish ETF of NG is usually the one that I trade because it's usually going up. But the one thing that I don't like about it is because if you look at level two, oh well, you can't see it right now because right now I'm doing on demand. But usually the spread between the bid and the ask is maybe like 50 cents or something, so it makes um, locking in those profits a little bit harder than the other three ETFs that I usually focus on. So today I'm just going to focus on NG and see where it goes, and I'll explain my thought process as I go along. So the process that I use to look for stocks is I like to look at their RSI, which is this right here, their MACD, which is this right here, and these three SMAs, simple moving averages. There is one, the red one, which the red one is the fastest moving one at a length of, I believe, 20. And then we have the yellow one, which is at a length of 60. And we have a blue one, which is at a length of 100. And so the blue one is a trend indicator, which just shows what general direction the stock is going. So for NG, you can see that it looks like it's downward sloping. So yeah, as I said before, I would probably focus on DGAS because since it's the opposite of NG, it has opposite directions. So see here, its blue line, its 100 length SMA is pointing upward. Um, and so the yellow one and the red one are indications of where to buy and to sell. Of course, it's not always 100% accurate, but it's a good indication. All of these are just tools. You can never solely rely on one tool. So that's why, oh, sorry. And that's why I have multiple tools. I have the RSI and the MACD to help me determine whether or not um, these are good positions. So at the crossing of the yellow and the red signals either a buy or a sell signal. But of course, I will be looking at the RSI and the MACD to confirm it. So going back to NG, it looks pretty good. It's downward sloping, so that means DGAS looks pretty good right now. It looks a little overextended on DGAS because NG is pretty low. Let me get a further view, a longer view of this trading day. Okay, not too bad. So it was trading between the middle. Oh yes, and if I haven't said this before, these three lines, the yellow, the pink, and this kind of goldish or this pinkish color, is the VWAPs, and they separate the stock into two sections, and when it's at the bottom, it's more likely than not a downtrending stock. And when it's trading on the upper two, so the upper two here, instead of the downward section here, then it's more likely an upward sloping stock. So as you can see, NG is one, it's the bottom part of the VWAP, and two, it is the blue line, the trend indicator, looks pretty bad. So yeah, DGAS is definitely what I'm going to be focusing on today, and not you guys, because you guys is much more difficult to pin down because the pattern, you will be trading against the pattern. So this looks pretty good. It's coming down to previous supports um, of the day. Not the lowest it's been here, but it's coming down here, and RSI is very low at 30, and the MACD, well, I wouldn't say it's about to go in for a reversal, but it's definitely possible because it's the red bars are getting larger, and usually they'll reverse anytime soon. I'm just waiting for my buy signal, and then after I see that buy signal, I'm going to confirm it with the RSI and the MACD to make sure that's a good buy point. While we're waiting on NG, let's just check back in on CL and see how is it doing. Let's see, what is the largest? It's gone up, okay, about 3, okay, not bad. That's about 1% on the ETFs. I mean, I've said this before, but the ETFs are 3 times leverage ETFs, which means that for every like 1% that one of these futures, CL or NG, go up, that means that the the um, the ETFs will go up 3% and down 3% respectively, because 1 times 3. So CL doesn't look too bad. I mean, the trend line that I was talking about before, I want to say it's great because it suddenly had this like downward sloping here. So I would want it to more prove itself that it has a upward sloping trend line before I buy into it. But it's definitely not bad. It's trading between the upper VWAP, which is good. It shows that it's an upward sloping stock, and it's gone down to previous supports, which is good. Now I'm just this actually might be a pretty good buy. Let me just wait for these lines to cross, and then I'll check back in with it. And as you can see, UWT is basically like a mirror image of um, the future. Uh, okay, so looks like NG has not begun its reversal process. Still has no signs of reversal. Still looks like it keeps on going down. So I'll have to be careful. DGAS is very overextended. It's almost back to this peak here. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to trade UGAS because I know that DGAS is very overextended. But I'm going to refrain from doing that because I don't want to trade against the pattern. I'd rather play it safe for now. Okay, look at this. So CL, oh yeah, sorry about that. CL, look at that. It went up about 0.2%, which translates to about 0.6% on UWT. So not bad. Looks like the confirmation of the yellow and the red crossing seems to get closer and closer, which is not too shabby. However, I kind of wonder if it does cross, would it cross at this point where it's proven itself to be a resistance? It's gotten rejected once, twice, basically 3 times already. So, um, if it did cross, I would want to wait for it to break above this resistance before buying in, even if it did cross, because by that point, it would probably be very overextended in the context of this little box right here, where you have your basically resistance at this middle VWAP, the purple line, and your support there. I don't know. I think it's a resistance, but your support there and your resistance at this red line that I drew. So yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for that. And if it does break, that wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I could see it. Like maybe it would stop around here, which is another resistance, another peak that it's been shown to peak out at. So I mean that wouldn't be bad. From here to there, it's about 0.27, about almost 1% on the two ETFs. Okay, checking back in here. Okay, looks like we have a signs of reversal. Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh man, but this the buy signal for here, the red and the yellow, way man, is very far away. I don't know when it's gonna cross, so I'll have to keep a lookout for that. DGAS, okay, as we see, because opposite of NG, it's is doing the opposite of what NG's doing. So I'm just gonna carefully watch this for now. I don't want to get in yet. I definitely don't want to get in you guys. If I trade at all today, because I want to make sure I have a good um, position and make sure that everything's in my favor. It's probably just gonna be DGAS because it has the pattern of being in the upper VWAP and has a good trend line. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Or let me see here. Or it would be UWT, which is the bullish ETF of CL. I mean, right now it doesn't look too bad. Oh wow! I think from where we last saw it to where it is now, it's gone up about almost about 0.85%. So that's not too bad. Oh, and looks like it keeps on going up. Wonder if it's gonna break this resistance that I drew. I mean, yeah, this resistance that I drew. Oh wow, yeah, it's broken it. It could come back down. It could, definitely. Let's see here. Okay, nice, nice. It's building up a really. If it keeps going up, it's gonna just build up more and more profit for us once we get into DGAS and everything lines up. And I think it will. Like this is very nice. It shot up, so yeah, you don't want to have FOMO and fear of missing out. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna get into. Um, I'm not gonna get into you guys at this moment. It looks like it's a downward trending pattern. It's making lower lows if you see like around here and there. So I wonder where it's gonna peak out at. I don't think that it's gonna peak out where it was before, like here, but I'm not sure where it will. If any of y'all have any indicators of where you think the next resistance is gonna be, please tell me in the comments below. RSI is at 51. Excuse me. RSI is at 51. That's not a bad. I mean, it's a little overextended. Um, I usually try to go for about 40 to maybe 40, 45 is what I want the RSI to be when I want to buy. And for the MACD, I'm either looking for just like an emerging green bar or decreasing red bar that you see like here and there and right there. So I am just waiting for this thing to reverse and then I'll get it because I don't want to trade both sides of it today. It's you guys is definitely way riskier than DGAS. And I'm willing to be patient. They say that in the stock market, the money from the impatient goes to the patient. So let's try not to be impatient, okay? Let's see here. Okay, CL is reversing. Looks like it went back to its the old resistance that I basically drew about in that area. I think one thing that I've had a lot of trouble with is that I always assume that the stock is going to go to exactly the same point it went to last time, like the exact same peak, and that's why I often don't lock in profits at the right time, and I end up losing money. So that's something that I definitely need to work on. In this instance, if I had done that, it would have been fine because it went up to the same point again. But many times, it just misses it shy, maybe a few cents, and those few cents just cause me a lot of trouble. So if any of y'all do that, you can learn from me. That does not work. Okay, not bad. Looks like it's coming down. It's coming down. Oh, hold on. Wait, never mind. I confused the pink VWAP and my 20 length SMA for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Did it just cross? Might have been a buy signal, but even if it was, this is not a very good looking stock. I mean, RSI is quite overextended, and well, MACD doesn't look too bad. It actually looks like it's kind of reversing a little bit. And actually, it might be. Hold on. Oh, see. Oh, okay, okay. So it's this pattern. This up, down, down, up, down. Okay, okay. Our size looking a little bit overextended, so I'm just gonna wait for it to go down a little bit. And I don't think that the red and the yellow are gonna cross, but that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily a good position. So you have to use a little bit of your own common sense in these types of situations because, yeah, it's gonna take quite a long time. Well, it crossed right here before market open. So yeah, and so the next crossing point would be a sell signal anyways. So I have to wait for the crossing point after that. So let me see here if this would be a good position. The RSI is a bit high for me. I don't really like it that high. But the MACD does look good. Decreasing red bars, which means it's going for a reversal. Um, the let's see, the margin for profit, 77, maybe 0.8%. That's not too great. So I'm not gonna take this position. I want to get at least 1% on my um, trades. So I'm not going to take part of that. The margin of profit is just not there. If I'd only take advantage of this if it maybe came down a little bit more, the RSI came down, and the MACD continued to continued its pattern here, reversing. Then the margin of profit would be there for me to take this position because I have to keep in mind what I said before. It might not go to where it was, the peak where it was last time. So I need to make sure that my margin of profit is there. And also, I sometimes like to average up, so that also decreases from the amount of money that I would make if the stock goes up. So I want to make sure if I want 1% off of my whole entire trade, then I maybe need to get 1.5% from my initial purchase, and then my second purchase is going to be the other 1%. So that's something I have to look at for. So yeah, right here, right now, not a great buy. Looks, I mean, if it keeps doing this, I mean, it could be. Now the margin of profit, maybe if go up to here, it's 1%, which is not bad. However, it's the MACD has continued to increase the red bars, which means the reversal is no longer there, or not no longer there, but I have to wait for confirmation of it to reverse. And this is my EMA line, and crossing it is a sort of confirmation. So that's another indicator that I look at. But I don't focus on this one as much as I focus on the other ones. Okay, look pretty good. It's I don't know if it breaks. If it's not, who knows? It could. Oh, I'll just write something down here. Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. I'm gonna go in with an initial position of about I have around $1,000 to spend. So I'm gonna go in with about 3 shares because this is quite an expensive stock. Or actually, I'm gonna go with two because it's a little bit risky. I'm gonna go in with two, and I'm gonna make it so that it has to cross this 160, about 166. I'm gonna just make it 160. 165.9 is pretty good. 5.98 limit done. Okay, looks like it automatically filled. Let me see here. Oh well, the ask was 164. Oh shoot. Okay, the ask, which is I think the ask is where I buy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where you buy, and the bid is where you sell. So the ask was 164.97. In hindsight, I probably should have looked at that before I made the purchase, but okay. And so 164.97. Let me see here. So I bought, yeah, at 164.77. And it looks like it keeps on going down. Okay. Maybe you should have looked at the MACD a little bit closer. But I went in with that small position because I knew this was a riskier trade. 164.77. 164.77. So about there. Okay. So I'm willing to lose on this. Well, I want to get 1.5% if I average up, or about 1%. So I'm willing to lose about here, 163.8. Right now it's at 164.43. And it doesn't look like it's going to reverse, so we'll have to see. Looking on NG. You're looking on NG. Can't really tell if the blue line is kind of reversing upward. If so, that would be a bad sign for me because DGAS is the opposite. And we don't want the trend line on NG to be upward sloping, we want it to be downward sloping because that would mean that DGAS would go up. Okay. So I mean, I still think that it was definitely a risky position, which is why I went in with just like a third of what I have to trade with. Yeah. So I'll wait for confirmation on the next one, and if not, I'll just cut losses here, and that'll be it. And then I'll have to look for another position. Okay. Looks like it's reversing. Not too shabby. You guys and NG look like they're reversing. That means profit for us. Look at that. Okay, it went back up. Okay, nice. Not a bad plan. Once it breaches this this blue line and this blue line, I'm gonna add some more to my position because I need to make sure that it confirms that it goes above it. I might wait for it to go above it a little bit, then fall back to this line. And if it can establish a support there, if it can bounce back, then I'll definitely buy some more. But I want to be a little bit more cautious than I was with the first one because this is going to be the rest of my money. This is going to be the other 3 shares that I'm going to buy, 1,000. It's going to be a $1,000 position. And yeah, I want to be a little bit more cautious with this. Okay, not bad. RSI looking good. It's picking up the pace. MACD not bad either. Looks like it's reversing, so very good. NG. It's let me see. It's oh wow. It's supporting my our stock. It's going down. Looks like it's heading for reversal. Let's see if it'll break this blue EMA. If it does, it could signal our confirmation to buy some more. And then I'll just cut losses maybe a little bit before that. Not cut losses. Taking the green, taking that profit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Taking that profit. Right here, maybe just a little bit above where the previous support for NG and resistance for DGAS is. So that way I can make sure, there's nothing wrong with taking profits early. Yeah, I'll lock in those greens. Okay, UGAS looking good. DGAS also not bad. Oh, it's broken it. Let's see if it'll break this one. If it breaks this one, then I'll just buy it up to here, and that'll be it for me. So I'm gonna get this order ready, and then look at that. Okay, I'm gonna just buy it at market because it looks very good right now. And not bad, not bad. MACD looks good. Looks like it's gonna continue strong. RSI not too not too bad for the additional purchase. I would never purchase my first one there, but not too bad for the first purchase. Okay, it looks like it just went down a little bit, but that's okay. Um, yeah, I'm still gonna cut losses. At I believe I said one. Hold on, let me see. I said 160. Wait, hold on. I believe. Oh man, I can't remember where I bought at. Oh, here. Uh, okay. I don't think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I believe it was. I think 163.8 is what it was. So yeah. Okay. Looks like it's going in for reversal. Let's see if it'll follow through. And if not, then I'm just gonna cut profit. I'm just gonna take in my green. Not the greatest, just $1 or something like that. But when you trade with this little for day trading, it's more about the percentage, and I want to make sure that I get the percentages so that when I trade with more and more money, I can scale it up. Let's see here. Let's see what's gonna do. MACD still looks really good, and the RSI seems to be struggling a little bit. But if it goes back to previous, where like the peaks where it was previously, maybe just a little bit more or a little less, like it went up here, maybe just like up here, that would be great. I mean, I could maybe cut, I could maybe take in my profits right there at this point, 167.57. Okay, NG. Um, the NG's trend line looks like it's coming out from flattening to increasing, which is not great. But its yellow line, its 60 length SMA is still pointing down. So let's see, and it also still trading below on the bottom lower um, VWAP. So let's see. RSI is pointing down, which is not a good sign, and the MACD is, I mean, not a good sign for NG, but a good sign for DGAS, and the MACD is coming down, um, decreasing greens, which is also a good sign for DGAS. So we'll have to just keep on looking. Okay, not bad. RSI is pointing up again, shooting up. That's a good sign for us. Yeah, I think that NG. Let me look on the 180-day chart. But right now, so I'm trading on December 2nd, and yeah, NG usually like sells off a lot during the winter months. So that's quite good for us, and it's quite good for day traders because we can easily take advantage of this because it's a pretty consistent pattern. Usually, I look at the 180-day chart to get like a feeling of where the stock may go. It's like my blue line where it gives me the general trend of the stock, so that I see which patterns are going up, which patterns are going down, and to trade with the pattern. I think the most important thing you can do, and the thing that can guarantee you the most wins, is to trade with the pattern. Trading against it is very difficult, and most often you're not going to win. That's my experience. That's my experience with it. So yeah, trading with the pattern is probably one of the easiest things you can do to guarantee yourself a good trade. Let's see. Okay, it's pushing up, pushing up. One green on the MACD. That's pretty good. Okay, so that $3.86, not too shabby, not bad. Um, that's about 3% on the whole $1,000. I don't know how much it is percentage-wise on either of the two positions. I mean, I can't really remember where I bought at. Let me see if I should cut profits now or if I should just risk it a little bit. Okay, no. I think MACD still looks like it's going down. And RSI, yep, right there. It's pointing down still, which is very good. Um, oh, there it goes. There it goes. My guy. Let's go. There we go. Another one. $5.96. Not bad. You know what? I'm going to cut it right there. I'm going to cut it right there. That's pretty good for me. Here, actually. Did I do it? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I sold it or not. Hold on. My TOS is glitching out. Oh, yeah, by the way. The program that I'm using is TOS, which is Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade. I don't know why. Hold on. I don't know why my thing is not working. There we go. I don't know why I did that. Oh man, lost about $1 off of. I was at like 7 something, but came back to $6.46. So not bad. That was a pretty good trade if I do say so myself. And I think I cut losses at a pretty. I mean, sorry. I think I took in my profits at a pretty good time. Um, right around there. It wasn't as much as I wanted. I wanted to have like 1.5%, so that the averaging up would kind of come down to 1% overall. So I'd have $10. But hey, green is green, right? Green is green. Yeah, tell yourself that. Tell yourself that every day. Green is green. Not a bad trade. Um, yeah. So it just goes to show, like, in that trade right there, I didn't really use the um, my SMAs, the red line, this yellow line, and I use a blue one, the trend setter. But I didn't wait for the yellow and the red to overlap. So it just goes to show that these tools are merely here to help you, and that's something that every trader has to understand. These tools are only here to help you. There is no guaranteed tool that is going to make you money every single time. I mean, the stock market is a very unpredictable place. So yeah, you have to sometimes just use your own common sense, and you have to understand that sometimes you're just gonna lose money, and the best thing you can think at that moment is just that, what have I learned? Because if you didn't learn anything from that loss, then it really was a loss. But if you learned something, you could have gained a lot more than what you've lost, and it can make you gain way more money. So DGAZ, very good position. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Oh, it looks like it keeps on selling off, but I'm happy. I made money. Um, you can't expect to get the full length of a reversal every time. That's just crazy. You have to be happy with what you have. So I'm gonna look back at CL and see. Oh wow, whoa, what happened? My and I was saying that I was gonna trade you. I was gonna trade UWT because it was a safer one. Good thing I did not, because man, it suddenly sold off so much. That is from here. That's 0.74%. Oh my goodness. If I had been part of DWT, dang, that would have just shot through the roof. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Anyways, that is amazing. About 2.6%. Very nice. But that just goes to reinforce why I kind of don't want to trade CL right now. Because even though the VWAP showed that it was in the topper levels of the VWAP, even though CL has a blue line that is showing an upward trend, it suddenly sold off that much. And it just makes it really hard to predict where the stock is going. So I'm going to stick to NG for now. And if CL looks to me as more predictable and I can see where it might go, then I'll look into it. CL, it doesn't look too bad right now. No, just kidding. Sorry, but like, um, if I were to average up on this, because I mean, eh, well, it's the trend line looks like it's like kind of heading down. Let me look at the 180 4-hour chart. Okay, yeah, CL looks like it's coming down. So I don't. It's risky. Um, it looks to me as it could go either way. It could either continue coming down here, or it could reverse back up to where it was before. And that uncertainty is just not something I want to take a part of in my stocks. So let's see here. Oh, looks like it came back up. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I could not have predicted that, and that to me is just too risky. RSI is way too low, and like you don't want the RSI to be way too low because it could always uh, if it's way too low, it's easier for the stock to go lower in my experience and what I've seen. The market doesn't look too bad, and now I'm having a few moments of like FOMO. Like, hey, you know what? This is a pretty good deal if it goes from here to there, but it could be rejected, and I think it will be rejected by either the EMA or the middle VWAP. So I'll check back in on this in a few minutes and see where it's going. But definitely not gonna trade that today. I'm probably gonna stick with Diaz if I take another trade today. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little sick. My throat kind of hurts, but I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Can't let sick days take you off work, right? Especially in the stock market. You're letting so many opportunities go. Yeah. Okay. On NG, uh, not bad, not bad. Whoa, it sold off a lot. Man, how much profit is that, right? You know, that's what we all do, right? We just say, oh man, from where I sold at here to there, oh man, another 1.38%. Dang. You know, that would have made my 10%, right? You know, but I mean, we all think those thoughts sometimes, but just gotta remember, green is green. Let's see here. Let's see here. NG looking not too bad. It's coming down. Okay, it came back down to about this support here, which was not. I mean, it's not really a line. It's more just following this yellow bottom VWAP. So I'm gonna wait for it to go back up to a previous um, point. Sorry, I think there's someone calling our house, so we're just gonna have to ignore that for now. Um, anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna see where it's gonna peak out again. I think it's gonna be a little bit lower than it was last time because this is a descending pattern, and so that's what I'm gonna be looking at. I'm gonna predict that it's probably going to um, peak out at maybe where the yellow line here is now. Of course, I'm gonna have to wait for this. There's no way I'm taking part of the you guys position because that's too risky for me. I'm probably I don't know, but I consider myself a pretty conservative investor. I don't want to risk my money too much. I want to make sure that my trades are safe. And I know every investor is doing that, but maybe I take it to a little bit more than extreme than some of the people might. So, okay, looking good, looking good. Looks like it's building back up to that peak, and then we can ride it all the way down again on DGAS. So, let's look at this here. Looks like it's coming back up from, okay, it broke this previous support. It's new support. I mean, it's really this yellow VWAP, but I'll draw a line here anyways. So, it's got a new support here. I wish I had some water. Hold on one second. looks like it's coming back up. Sorry, I just had to go get some water. My throat really hurts. Okay, looks like it's making its way back up. Oh, maybe it's getting rejected by this previous support. Previous support becomes new resistance. Maybe. I mean, if it did, it could come back down here to about another 1%. If it came back down, it'd be about like 2.5. So if it did get rejected there, I would not buy that. It's not worth it. It's barely 1%, and what I want, if I'm gonna average up, I want more than 1%. So I would not buy it. But it looks like it's strongly pushing through that old support slash resistance. Maybe not as strong as I think. Looks like kind of struggling there. But RSI and MACD looks like it's in NG's favor. Looks like it's going to keep going up. So, yep, there we go. Keeps on going. Keeps on going. Keeps on going. Let's see if my prediction was right. Let's see if it's going to get rejected at the yellow. It might get rejected at either the EMA or my 20 SMA. So let's see. I mean, there's just like so many places where it could be rejected, and I'm just like guessing to see which one. I mean, it's something to keep me preoccupied while I'm waiting for this thing to go back to a peak so I can write it back down. I mean, most of the stock market is just kind of waiting. Yeah, but like I said before, I mean, I think it was Warren Buffett who said it. Like, the stock market gives the money of the impatient to the patient. Okay. Let's see if it reverses here. MACD looks pretty good. And looks like, it looks like it's in a position to continue going up. But RSI is pointing down, so they're kind of like opposites right now. So I'm not really sure where it's going to go. So I'll just have to wait and see. Drink some water so that way I can relieve my throat. They say you're supposed to drink like hot water, but no, I don't really like hot water to be honest with to be honest with y'all. I mean, it does soothe the throat more than like cold water, but I'm too lazy to boil it myself right now, and I'm in the middle of this as well. I don't have any hot water available to me. This December chilly air is getting to me. Body's not as strong as I would like to think it is. Oh, did NG something happen with NG? Okay, looks like it got rejected by that previous support slash new resistance. Ah, jeez. Okay, yeah. That's not enough. Not enough margin of profit for me. I would want it to. I would want to wait for it to go up even more. Um, but I don't think it's going to. MACD, the lines here look like they're about to reverse. So, and the RSI definitely looks like it's going to reverse. So, the tools are not in favor of NG. And it hasn't gone up enough that DGAS looks attractive enough to trade. Yeah. At most, if I got it from like toe to tip, it'd be like 0.63%. And that's to the previous support. Resistance. And I've learned through my experiences not to do that. You should not go back to the previous support. I mean, yeah, I could break to the moon and go up $100, but yeah, like usually, in my experience, this has not. Excuse me. I thought I was about to sneeze there for a second. Okay, looks like the market's a little bit slow right now, and looks like nothing's really happening. Um, yeah, it's gonna take quite a bit of time for it to reverse back up and make DGAS look like have another opportunity to trade at again. So not bad. Overall is about 0.6%, and that's through averaging up as well. So not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Um, this you guys trade was I was I was messing around with something. I was trying to test trading um, while I was doing something else, which probably should not do. But yeah, 0.6% on the day on my $1,000 position size, and I averaged up. Uh, so there's still some areas of improvement. What I would think that I would need to improve on is, yeah, again, just looking for better positions. Um, as I may have, I don't think I exited too early because I think that was a good time. Um, don't don't be too greedy. Uh, but I could definitely have maybe looked for a better position where I could have gotten that 1.5% that I wanted, so that the average up could average out to 1% on my whole entire $1,000. So I could get like $10 profit. Um, and yeah, I think that's something that I could work on to just look for better positions. But overall, I think I was pretty patient with the stock market today, and I looked only for the good positions. Of course, they could be better. But if any of y'all have any suggestions to help me better day trade in the stock market, or if you have any like swing trading tips or anything like that, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. And I hope that I helped teach someone today. And anyways, see you guys later. Bye.